Thanks everybody for coming. Glad to be here. Just want to say how fun it's been to be a part of this group and to work with this group every week. And it's been a lot of fun. They've been hungry. They've been motivated. The last week didn't turn out how we wanted it to, but they're still motivated and excited to continue to work and grow and get better. And our job is to continue to be disciplined and try and keep striving for excellence. And that's our plan. That's our motivation. And every day we got to keep doing that. So it's been a good group to be around. We got to keep working, keep getting better.
Questions for Coach? Coach, what coming out of that Bison game? What do you need to be better at, you think, offensively?
Well, I think we got to get back to the basics. You play a team like that, that's what they're best at. We talked about it on Friday night in our offensive team meeting, that when you play somebody who's a top 5 team in the country, year in and year out, they do a great job of hand placement, foot placement, eye placement. That's the techniques and the fundamentals and the discipline of their craft. And when you play somebody like that, that's what you have to hone in on and be the best at. And I think that's the emphasis, since I've gotten here, is for us to be a disciplined program and continue to strive to be tough and disciplined through everything that we do. But you see it really show up, like Coach said earlier. It's probably only 5 plays. I know the score doesn't emulate that, but when you look at it, you go back, you review the film. There's a play here, play there, where if our pad level is better, our hand placement is better, our eyes are better, we're in a different ball game. And I think that's the encouraging thing with our guys, is that they're excited to get back to work and get after it this week and learn.
I got one more. Coming off Murray State.
Yeah.
You guys score 72 points, and then it doesn't go as easily against North Dakota State. Is that difficult for an offense to adjust from things are going really smooth? Does it not train us properly coming off a game like that? Was it difficult, you think, coming off 72 points, Murray State, to a big game like the Bison?
They're all tough. They're all difficult. Week to week, the game plan changes, but there's always something that's very similar. I think what we continue to talk about, especially in the quarterback room, is that at times you got to go back to your base teachings, because there might be a different RPO read or a different route combination or a different insert example with a scheme, but at the end of the day, we're still trying to affect the defense in one type of way. And when you look at going from scoring a bunch of points to not scoring very many, to be honest with you, it's like we said at the beginning of the week, you got to go back to your base teachings and try and categorize things that are the same. And when you can do that, then you can really hone in on what's important and what the technique, what the fundamental is for that play. And to be honest with you, with how young we are and how inexperienced we are, it takes time to kind of build banked reps on that. And when you look at a game like that, I don't think our guys were wide-eyed and not ready, and the environment got the most of them. I don't think it was that at all. I think our guys just need to continue to get banked reps on categorizing things and kind of pooling things into a certain silo and making sure that that's their mental reps, whether it's game reps or it's on practice reps. So, I say it all the time. You got to go back to the base teachings. You got to kind of have things in a funnel, in a silo where they're, similar. You got to read it the same way. Got to execute it the same way. Got to technique it the same way. And we want to have as much same as teachings so that you don't have to relearn something every single week or every single time that there's a change in your game plan. But, I think we're going to be in a good spot. Our guys are motivated and excited, but we just got to continue to get banked reps in that stuff.
Having 3 talented running backs when healthy, is that something you go into a matchup saying, like, ideally maybe they all get 10 carries, or do you as a coordinator have like a hot hand feel, so to speak?
Yeah, we talk about, like, how do we want to start, who do we want to start with, what plays are for each kid. And then ultimately, kind of like you said, we're going to ride the hot hand. If somebody gets going, we want to try and do our best to keep them going and keep them rolling within reason, because they are a real good 1-2-3 punch with complements to each other, and they all have different skill sets that make them really, really tough to defend. and the fact of the matter is that we got to do a better job of giving them creases and helping them out. And, I think at times everybody looks at the offensive line and says, man, the O-line didn't do this, that, or the other thing. Well, there's tight ends, there's fullbacks, there's quarterbacks that can throw the football to get you out of bad boxes. There's receivers that can make blocks on the edge that can help. I just think it's a collective thing. And when you look at us offensively from 2 weeks ago to just this last week, a couple days ago, we just weren't consistent enough. And that's where we got to continue to grow in our discipline and our toughness and keep fighting our butt off to keep getting better every single day, every single week.
Bubba said that this is a week for assessing, a couple months into gameplay at D1 level for you. How would you assess how things are going for you personally?
Yeah, I think they're going fine. I try to be a guy that's never too high, never too low. Sometimes it does happen on Saturdays, especially I wear my emotions on my sleeve at times, but I hope that's because then our guys see that we care and that we love them and we're going to compete for them and challenge for them. I think we've done some good things. We've done some things that are not so good. I'm not very happy with the turnovers that we've had, and that starts with me and doing a good job of helping those guys protect the football, whether it's in the pass game or in the run game. But I think we have done some good things. Out of the weeks that we've had, we've controlled the line of scrimmage at a lot of times, and we've been a physical downhill team, and I think that's our identity up front and in our offense. And we understand that. Sometimes that's difficult, but with a young quarterback, it's important to run the football, be efficient in the running game, and then take advantage of play actions or RPOs when you can. And I think you see Simon getting better, and you go 18 to 23 in that building, it's pretty good for, a kid making his first start down there. And we have to do a better job of taking care of the football, and that's on me. He can't fumble that one the first play out in the second half. It's not a good call. It's my fault. But I think we're doing some good things, and my job is to get them to believe, stay together, and continue to trust the process, because we got 6 games left and hopefully more. But we got to be excited about what we got moving forward, because we've done a lot of good things, and one game doesn't define you. But I'm going to continue to challenge myself to be better, to try and help our team to be better.
Yeah, you kind of alluded to it, but what goals do you have for the offensive group specifically now for the second half?
Well, the goals have been the same from the beginning part of the year. We want to be a team that scores, upwards of 30 points a game, every game. And we've done it a couple times, but that's really important to us. And we've talked about being 50% on third downs, and we've been really close. I mean, I thought that was about the only bright spot in the offensive side in terms of the game against Fargo, is we were 5 of 11. That's not 50%, I understand, but it's really close. And, they do a really good job looking at their offense of being in third and manageable. And you look at the beginning part of our game on the offensive side, we weren't. We were in third and longs, and we were in third and kind of medium-ish to long distances. And in the previous games, we hadn't done that. We had been in 3rd and 2, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. And you see at times when we put a good drive together, we had the one long drive go down and score. You're in a 3rd and 6 and you run the ball and Gavin breaks it for 25. So there's times that we're getting better and we're doing good things, but those goals we're really close to capturing. Being more efficient in the red zone is something that, again, is a goal of ours. We want to score every time we're in there, and we're close. We're getting really, really close. But I just go back to what I started with. It's about the details, and it's about your technique and your fundamentals. When you play really great teams, that's the difference. It's not always the scheme or anything like that. It's about having low pads, feet in the ground, hands in the right spot, your eyes in the right spot, and it's banked reps. I'm just telling you, when you're a quarterback and it's your first time out there, it's banked reps. We throw the one to Bo on the sideline and get hit, and it's a great play, but the safety's down. We should have thrown the post for a touchdown. You don't even get to the point of kicking a field goal in that drive. And those are the things, like I said, like Coach Schwensfire said, about 5 plays you look at and you go, man, that's the game right there. Yeah, we shouldn't have ever even been in that situation. But that's on me to do a better job to get them ready to go and get the offense to play to the standard that they're supposed to.
Coach, obviously, Simon has a pretty good rapport with Bo. How do you get the other pass catchers to build up off that, so it's not just having to rely on Belquist?
Yeah, well, I think it's consistency. That's what Bo does, and I challenge him to be more consistent. I know our coaches do every single day, every single week, and we continue to talk about starting fast, and offensively that falls on me. We haven't done a good job of starting fast, and we got to continue to challenge our guys and try and look at the open week this week to try and do some new things. And I think you'll see that as we go through this week in practice. We're going to do some different things to get guys different reps and challenge them to start fast, because Bo has been the picture of consistency, but even himself, we can be better, right? And again, I put that on me. That's on me to get those guys going. That's on me to script stuff the right way, to practice the right way, and because it's a direct correlation. So we need those guys to step up, but to be honest with you, it's a group effort in terms of being consistent and being disciplined to try and start fast from the beginning of Tuesday morning practice when we get out there, Wednesday morning practice when we get out there, because those are heavy work days, and we got to do a great job of starting fast in those, because it's a direct carryover to Saturday, and that's what's important. Sorry.
No, it's all right. And Coach, how important is it that you have, players like, Quincy Vaughn that can fill multiple roles for you guys and give defenses different looks?
Yeah, he's a guy that we've talked about in the last couple of weeks of continuing to try to get the football to. And, I again put that on me. I got to do a better job of getting him more involved and getting him involved early. It was important for him to go out and show, that he could make some plays, and he's always made plays. There hasn't been a question about that. But I think when you look at a young quarterback and starting in a new offense and a new system, you try and do some things to make them feel super comfortable, right, and make things simple on them. And sometimes that takes away from player, X, Y, or Z in terms of getting more touches or getting more throws, to try and help that kid feel comfortable. But, I think as you see Simon to feel better, start to feel more comfortable, make some more decisive decisions, you'll see those packages expand for people like Quincy. And Saturday, I think, was pretty evident. He had a huge third down conversion on the one drive. He was adamant about us sneaking the one and getting into the end zone. We had a couple different plays dialed up for him, and that's on me to do a good job in game planning to get him involved. And that's the run game and the pass game, because he does both really, really well. I've been really happy with his performance and his ability to stay positive and continue to try and mentor the young guys, because he's doing a great job with that. But I got to do a better job of getting him involved.